We are live here at the Charlotte Oval tonight in the eNascar Camper World Truck Series. Pull up the quick grid here for y'all very quickly. Not many trucks in this race. 10 trucks have made it tonight here. Going to be Matthew Karkoff. He's going to sit on pole, followed by Thomas Ridgway. Third is Mark Brewster. Fourth, Terry Millum. Fifth, Randy Lapidus. Sixth, Bob Williams. Seventh, Todd Danbury. Eighth, David Stinson. Ninth, Barney Sigmund. And 10, Paul Vitale. He did not qualify, so he'll automatically start in the back of the pack for this race. But last week we saw the race come down to pure fuel strategy. Drivers, were running out every now and then. Some of them weren't. Some of them were. So it's going to be interesting to see, is this going to be a fuel mileage race again, or is this going to be where drivers have enough fuel? Because it's going to be interesting to see what happens for us. As I'll give them a paint reload here, just to make sure they have everything that they need at this point. I was not sure what the stage breaks are here. I'm going to look at that really quick. There was nothing said about stage breaks. If I had to guess, it'd probably be 20 laps, and then 40 lap run. But you see, Matthew, he has the Camp Light truck paint scheme that he's running today. He won a race he didn't think he would in that, but apparently when you have the kids that are watching here, Matthew's running your paint scheme, so cheer him on if you are watching here. But not many trucks in this race, just 10 of them tonight. But it's better to have people that that can handle the truck around you than have a lot of people that can't really hold on to them very well. I've lost a part to my glasses here. Hold on. Huh. Oh yes, there it is. Okay. But Karkoff, he's going to lead him to green. He's going to have the 3 of Thomas Ridgway to his outside. Karkoff, he's going to have to get a good start, or he's going to be faced right off the get-go, which he probably does not want to happen at all. If I was him, I get out and away as soon as you can, get away from the pack and run it out. But he's going to be starting to be off him, so whenever he fires, the other truck has to go. Waits a little bit. Oh, he actually spun his tires on the start. So before the race even starts, a huge pileup caused by Matthew. Just try to get on it too hard, and that will bring out a caution. Mistake early on from Matthew Karkoff. I believe he just spun his tire. That's the only thing that I could think of here. I'll pause and we'll go in his cockpit to hear if he does wheel spin. So what it looks like happened is he hung a gear. I think he was starting in first, which starting in first is kind of that gear is going to be very hard to get going. I believe that he was trying to start in that when probably shouldn't have been. But lap 1, and we already see an accident. Actually, didn't even get to take the green flag. And we already have some drivers that'll have to use a fast repair if they have one here. It's just not the way some of these drivers are going to want their night to go at all for them. Some are going to be a little mad about that, but no harm, no foul for some of them. Saw some of them going up pit road. Brewster's blown up. I don't think he is underpowered, but it's barely. Matthew, he might be able to actually use. That might be all the optional damage that he can fix. I believe he got hit too hard there. Okay, there it is. It finally went together. while we were under caution or on a commercial break, Coffee actually blew up. I'll show you where he did. He was coming down into 1 and 2, just under pacing, and the engine expires right there on him. So he had to tow it back to pit road. Now, if he's lucky, he'll only go a lap, maybe 2 laps down, but he'll have to hope that he gets the wave around both times. Brewster, he'll actually get one of them. So already a bad start for Matthew, and it's not even been a lap into the race for him. Coffee. Not sure how long the tow is, but just not a good start for him at all tonight. But Terry Wellham's going to be in the lead, followed by Randy. He's going to be to his outside. They're going to have the 4 of Bob Williams, followed by the 37 of Barney Sigmund. I saw last week at Auto Club, it was a fuel mileage race, and I didn't expect it to. I didn't know how long they'd make it on fuel. There were some drivers that ran out on the last lap. Some drivers ran out coming 3 and 4. I believe that was actually the leader that did, but he was able to make it around. So drivers, I don't know if it's going to be a fuel mileage race here. I don't believe it will, but I mean it could definitely come down to it here. They're still going to be pacing here at Charlotte. Coffee's going to go 2 laps down now. I believe that should be all for him. Yeah. So they'll go green next time by. I knew they were getting a lot of underpaced laps. It's kind of confusing to me. I didn't expect them to be doing that at all. See that Jeff Gordon inspired paint scheme of Paul. Actually ran that in the Gen 6 league that I used to run on this exact track for, I think, Patriotic Night, because I didn't have a paint scheme for it. And I'll give it that's a good paint scheme on Dave Stinson's also. Apex Legends, I like the color combo on his for sure. Look at the green this time by. Terry's going to have control of this restart, so they're going to all have to be based off of him, how when he goes, and then the other guy's going to fire off, see how if he waits late or if he goes early here. Coffee's still in pit lane, so he's probably out of this race. He will not have a chance to win it tonight. It's just hard for him, but they get off pretty clean on that one. The 69 goes below the 37 of Barney. The 3 of Thomas Ridgway is going to go under both of them. He's going to probably try to go set his sights on that 69 truck of Todd directly in front of him. This is more draft heavy track, knowing how these trucks are designed. You kind of got to be up on each other's bumper, pushing each other whenever you get the chance to, because if you don't, then you're really going to go back in the draft. But you see that 22's kind of ran away with the lead here just for a little bit, but that 3's definitely picking his way up to the field as he's actually the highest I rating in this league, so he's got some experience with doing it. But the 27 just ran the fastest lap with a 34:35, so he's running some fast lap time. We'll bring up best lap times, you'll see it there. So it looks like Stinson was able to tie him exactly on time. I believe it is lap 20 for stage break, not completely sure though, but 3, now you saw him almost win it over. He had a little slip up coming out of the corner, and he went into the wall, and Stinson was able to take the win home. And I know that the 3's probably out for a little bit of redemption for himself. I wouldn't blame him for wanting to come and get the win that he knows that was that he kind of threw away or was taken from him, however you want to look at that. This top four has, or top 4, 5, haven't let them all run away. Everybody's not and letting each other run away at this point. I'd say they're all really single file. So not really many gaps between them. As Matthew, he's gonna come back on track finally. He's gonna be actually lucky. He's 2 laps down. So if he would get the wave around and then another wave around, unless the caution comes out here, but he wouldn't even get the lucky dog if it does. So you have to hope at least 3 more cautions happen for him to get back on the lead lap. He already had to use his fast repair, so I know he did not want to do that for sure. Also, that probably kind of killed his hopes there for a little bit. The 27's getting tight, washes up the track. The 10 of Randy's going to go under him. 27 goes into the wall. He just looked like he was tight on exit. Wasn't able to get the turn that he needs. He's going to get freight train on the bottom. 93 of Dave's going to come to the bottom. So the 27 goes from the lead to, oh, Dave got, let's see what happened to Dave there. Dave is loose. You can see him drive off the corner. See what happened to Dave? Oh, Dave, see here, gets on the apron, so clips him, sends him up into the 27th. The 27th went from 1st to 8th in the matter of about less than a minute. So he's not had what he's wanted the whole night, I'd say. Just very rough for him. But the 10's not getting away either. The 4's on his bumper. The 3 of Ridgeway's making his way up through this. We'll see if Dave is finally believe he didn't hit him hard enough. So I don't think that contact will really come into play for either of these drivers. I don't think that was hard enough. It was more like a little rub bump. You can really take it either way, I'd say, on that, on your interpretation of that. '22's looking on the 37 right now, kind of just staying in here. I'm not really going up to him. These guys up front, they're 1, 2, 3, and then they got a good gap to the 6'9" of Todd Danbury. So Todd's definitely got some catching up to do if he wants to be a real threat in the race. Matthew also does. 22 of Mark Brewster also does. Want to get back on the lead lap, but should be able to do that relatively soon, I'd say. I don't think he'd really have, too much trouble getting back on the lead lap, as the 3's gotten past the 4. He's going to set his sights on the 10. Looks like the 3's running the high line, kind of diamonding the corner off, running that line that I tend to do whenever I do A opens or anything with the next gens. That's what I love to run, is just next gens everywhere except road courses, because I can't drive those at all. I need to learn how to drive road courses. That definitely for sure. Oh Lord, sorry y'all. Had a little bit of a throat thing, and that's kind of gone to my nose now out of nowhere. I don't know why, but it has. You got 3s just kind of lurking, the 4's lurking. Everybody's just kind of lurking on each other, not really letting each other go at all. Matthew is actually coming back to the checkers, but he's got to hold off, I believe, 4 more laps, unless there is no cautions this race. I truly do not know if there are. I need to pull up my tablet. See, that 3 is just chasing that 10 around. He's not really chasing. He's just staying directly in his tire tracks. He's just not letting him get away, and I don't blame him. That's a smart thing to do. You don't have to be up there right now. And when I get behind a driver and I know I can't pass him, it's kind of like, all right, I'm just going to follow you, get in the draft off the 10. He's going to get a run down the back straight now. Might take a shot. He's going to do it now. Going to go to the bottom of Randy Thomas. He's going to try to go to the lead. Work from the back. He might try to work his way up. He's getting tight on the bottom a little bit. Can't turn down exactly like he wants to just yet. Still going to battle with him. This is going to hurt 3's tires for sure, but he's still going to try to take it. The 10's going to hang tight. He's just getting the run off that top line, just breaking even with the 3. They're trying to side draft each other. See them both come down, kind of wiggle And they both had the same idea, just didn't want to make accidental contact and send each other around there. And that's a good smart idea from those drivers there. See, the 42's looking, or 420's looking on the 69 of Todd. Barney's falling, or not Barney, excuse me. Dave was falling all the way back to 6th. Was battling up there earlier, kind of got into the 3 on accident, got a little bit tight on exit. With nothing that he meant to do. He didn't mean to get tight under somebody. Somebody had sent me a message and I'm seeing what they needed from me. You know, if y'all are new here at Ghost Racing Network, if you don't mind throwing in a subscription, that would definitely help us a lot here. Just I enjoy doing the streams, especially when it's the HSR stuff. That's what I tend to like a lot of for some odd reason with me. I have no idea why, but we seem to have really good finishes there. But 3's finally gotten past the 10. It's like some drivers are trying to cut the apron because they're getting off-track warnings, but I think they're just trying to go as close as they can and shave as much time off. And I do not blame them one bit for doing that. That's how I would run that. Also, I'd try to get to the very bottom of the track and just shave off as much as I can. I believe they won't have stages in, so I guess they're just gonna go all the way through. So there's gonna be pit strategy played. Who's gonna want the freshest tires of these guys up here, because doing that will, you wouldn't think tires make such a huge difference, but I mean they truly do. Is there a little kid that just won? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at news. Looks like an 11-year-old kid won at North Wilkesboro. Paul Hart. Well, that's ridiculous. It's like he swept both races. That's just insane. 11-year-old kid. I'll have to watch this highlight here real quick. I'm going to turn the volume off to watch this. That's just amazing to see. I love seeing, younger kids in the race. I wish I had done that one. I was younger, but decided not to take that. Decided not to take that shot there. I don't regret it for sure. Well, I do. That's a lie. Let's see if we get back to this race here. Ridgeway starting to stretch out a lead now. He's about half a second over Lapidus. Lapidus is probably trying to hold on to that draft as long as he can. Only choice that he has. You see Barney's trying to go under Dave right now. Bora Bob's kind of in the hornet's nest. He doesn't want to be back here, and I don't blame him. He's got nowhere to go, truly. I mean, he can't get away from these guys. As we got a caution now, so I believe that may be a stage. Lap 25. So they'll go 25, 25, and then 30 if I had to guess, because that would just be, yeah. So 25 laps are the stages here. So it's going to be the 3 of Ridgeway. He's going to take home the stage. Ryan Lapidus is going to come home third. Ryan Lapidus second. Paul Vitale third. Bob Williams fourth. Barney Sigmund fifth. 6th, Dave Stinson. 7th, Todd Danbury. 8th, Terry Mellum. 9th, Mark Brewster. And 10th will be Matthew. He's going to have to probably stay out, get the wave around, and then come right back down pit road as fast as he can, change the tires, and get out and away if he wants to have a chance at winning the race here tonight. He'll stay out, get the wave round. Drivers are all going to come down pit road. Not exactly sure how their fuel is, so yeah, our coffee. He's going to get a wave around, so maybe at the next stage break, he should be fine on, getting back with everybody else. Everybody is off and away. Ridgeway, he maintained the lead during those pit stops. We would go on a quick commercial break while they're doing this. We're back here. Drivers will get the one to go probably this time by. I tried to time it to where y'all didn't have to watch them. No, right around on pace laps, but stage break happened. Carcoffy's gotten a lap back, luckily. He needed that to happen. He's running that camp light truck here tonight. You can see it there on the hood for him. So I've got a autistic cousin, so I know what that you guys have to deal with over there. So thank y'all for doing that. Good thing that people care about that. Carcoffy's going to have to hope that the next stage break he can get wave around again to get him on the same pit cycle as these guys in front of him, because if he doesn't, he's going to be in for a very, very tough. No, there's our net code. The 10 net code's the 4 under caution. What happened there? That was just a net code from those two trucks. We'll watch it slow down here. You can see the 10. 4 is actually down. I don't know what the 4 is down there. Low 4. So if that's anybody's fault, that's probably the 4 truck of Bob Williams. I don't know why you'd be down that low on the track. And when you know that there's going to be green, that really only scraped up his side, so it doesn't seem like it's too bad of damage for either driver. Just a little bit of rubbins racing there between those two. Gonna get the green here. Ridgeway fire off be from him. Randy's gonna be to his inside. The 3's gonna have the 4 of Bob Williams behind him. The 10's gonna have the 420 of Paul Vitale following him. They're gonna be laying back. 10 needs to get up there in the restart zone. He's way back. Gives the 3 a huge jump. That's gonna allow the 3 to get really almost over a half a second lead off the start. Let me see if the 10 and the 4 play nice. They got into it under caution, or under the pacing laps, just by complete accident. I don't think either driver meant to do what ended up happening there, and I don't think that was the intent of either of them. I managed to drag myself through today. I had to go into work at 6:30 pretty much. I had to wake up at 6:30. Had to be to work at 7. Had to be an opener today, so I'm a little bit tired. So I'm not talking as much as I normally do. I'm still trying to get over my sore throat because it's still a little bit killed here. But you see, Car Coffee, he's passed Brewster. So if a caution were to come out, Car Coffee would get the lucky dog. But I don't think that what happened here is there's not been one caution except the one that was started at the start of the race, just because he spun his tires. He's trying to get all that he can. I don't really think that he truly meant to do that at all. I think you can really blame him on that driver there, though. Sorry, I'm trying to. I know it's not want to deal with me, or nothing. Seems like nothing with me is wanting to work together, and I have truly no clue why that seems. I'm trying to not cough directly in the mic, so get your eardrums blown out. But see, oh, that 4 is ripping the wall. I like that. I like the high line that he's running there. But Brewster's gotten past Matthew again, so now Matthew's gonna have to hope that stage break happens and he gets a wave around. He's been struggling the whole night, though, it seems. He's just not had a good race in general. He hasn't. He started off and didn't even get past the start finish line, and he had already wrecked, just spinning the tires. Nothing that he really meant to do. It was just an honest accident from him. I've done that so many times. I know how that feels. I spun my tires, and I'm like, oh, you have to be kidding me. That 3. Running a throwback to Dale Earnhardt Sr. With his paint scheme, you can definitely tell who he's trying to mimic here. But we got kind of like a second pack here that's all formed up. We got the 4, 10, 420, 93, 27. The 36 is kind of, or 37 is kind of lurking in the background. They've got really 2 packs, but the 3 is just running away with the lead right now. He's in a zip code of his own. Sorry, held my eyes not wanting to deal with me either. Trying to get runny. The 4 is up high. The 420 is going to go below him. So that 4 is being put in a weird spot now. He's kind of getting passed left and right. Almost comes down into the 420. 420 goes off track. Or Car Coffee's came back down pit road. I don't know what he's come back down pit road for, though. Like he's coming to get tires. We try to get out on these guys. Maybe I'm not sure why he would come down pit road this early, though. I believe he should be able to beat them. Clean in, clean off. I'll pull up the track map here so you can see where he is. Yep, he'll easily be out in front of the 3. So I don't think he'll have any worries about that. He's got to be careful about pit L. He might get an unsafe pit exit right there, though, coming up on the track like that. I have to see, because I've gotten so many unsafe pit exits like that. We'll have to see if he has to come back down this time. I don't believe he did, because he didn't come down that last, or that lap right there. And I know how annoying that can be. You're like, how did I do that? Ridgeway, he's just running. He's basically running wherever he wants to at this point. I mean, he truly is. He's not having to deal with anybody. He's put almost a 4-second gap on the 10. 10's having to deal with this mess back here. Well, not really mess, just a battle from these drivers. Both of them are just going at it at this point, not really letting each other go. The 4, he's just continued to drop incredibly fast here. Not that he has won it at all. they do. If y'all are new here at Ghost Racing Network, don't mind throwing in a subscription. We'll be doing HSR money racing tomorrow. I believe that's at Talladega and the trucks. And HSR is they're kind of being known for these absolutely insane finishes and races now. It's always fun to watch them go after each other. Drivers are running the bottom. Everybody's kind of trying to wrap. They're trying to get that little extra grip that line will give them down there. But if they flip it too much, then they'll go right around. But Coffey's gone 2 laps down, so I don't know how his race is going to go from here on out now. It's going to be really difficult for him. '69 still working on the 27 of Terry. 10's finally kind of gotten away from for the 420, but he's basically 4 seconds back from the 3. So I think he's gonna have to hope that the 3 messes up somewhere, because I mean I don't see him catching him at all. Excuse me, I'm having to answer some stuff from some people that are asking me for schedules and also other good stuff. I'm trying to send her my schedule. Coach. I believe it. There we go. So I gotta send this to somebody here really quick for you. I don't mean to be doing this while I'm streaming, but they just need it, and it's kind of annoying. .420 looks like he's kind of on the bottom of the track. Surprised by that. But the 3 is being caught by the 10 ever so slightly. Not very fast, but he's being caught just very, very slowly. I think the 3's probably taking it pretty easy. I don't blame him. If I was him, you're out by a little bit over 3 seconds. You can take it easy for right now. You don't have to be racing very hard at all, because man, I'm just so ahead of these guys. And I can afford to run a little bit less than full throttle down the straights. Can't hurt him at all. I believe they'll come to the stage break in about 4 laps is when you'll see it thrown, and then they'll go the rest of the way. So probably going about 25 green flag laps tonight here at the eNascar Camping World Truck Series for these drivers. Always clean and quick races from here, so always something that you get done relatively quick. You don't have to really wait the hours that it takes for them to do races, it seems. I believe we may get out kind of at an odd time. I think that is. I'm not fully sure. The 3's being caught. Yeah, he's definitely being caught by the 10, but I mean, he just got so much of a lead. It truly doesn't matter what he does at this point. I mean, he can just kind of basically scoot away with it now. Doesn't have to worry about the guy behind him at all. They've gotten a little bit past halfway, lap 49. Coming up on lap 50, then they'll have 30 left. I believe the caution should come out for the stage. As you know, I was a person who I watched when they didn't have stages, and I kind of Now, I found them annoying at the start, but I see why they added them. It just adds a little bit more drama to the races. That's, of course, that's what they definitely want to do. Why do I know that? That's weird. I believe caution should come out anytime, and yes, it will now. So comes out finally. So pretty much the same as the first stage. Ridgeway leads it, followed by Randy, the 93 of Dave, 420 of Paul Vitale, and 37 of Barney Sigmund, 69 of Todd Danbury, 27 of Terry Mellon. 8th is Bob Williams, 9th is Mark Brewster, and 10th is Matthew Karkoffey. I think his chances might be pretty well done here because he's only going to get 1 lap back. Not sure why he came down pit road a second time. Kind of a odd strategy from him. I didn't expect him to do that at all. Yeah, drivers all going to come down except Karkoffey and the 27 of Brewster. I will let you all watch their pit stops, and then we'll go on a quick commercial break here. See, Ridgeway kind of had a close race off pit road. Almost got beat by the 10 of Randy. But we are live here back at Charlotte. Probably be, we'll go to get the green at lap 55, so it'll be a 55, or not 55, 25 lap, sprint to the finish here at Charlotte. Race has gone by relatively fast, I'd say. Not really many cautions, and I wanted to start, and everything has seemed to sort itself out, luckily, as the race has gone on. I'm texting somebody from HSR here. Let's make it. They're going to get a green. So Ridgeway is going to lead him to green. 10 of Lapidus is going to be on his inside, followed by, I believe, the 93 of Dave Stinson. Looks like the camera's not wanting to change. And 93 of Dave Stinson. And they're going to have a truck somewhere. Where's the other truck at? The 27 needs to get up there, I believe. He should be up. What is going on here? I'm not sure what's happening here. There should be somebody next to Stinson, as it looks like Barney realizes I might be in the wrong lane. So Lapis is going to have to go off of Ridgeway. I have to get a little bit of a jump on him. Doesn't time it perfectly. No, leader kind of has bolt in the chamber. He can go whenever he wants to, and everybody has to base it off of him. That's just a super hard thing to do in general. I've always struggled with that. I was never good at restarts at all. They were very, very hard for me to do. I've got something in my... Oh, Randy's getting a run on the bottom there. Saw him get a good exit off that corner. Got a pretty good bite on that bottom of the track. So he's gotten up to the bumper of Ridgeway now. He's not letting him go. Maybe these drivers will turn up the heat on him now. Wouldn't blame him because Ridgeway, he's... Yep. Yep. Oh, he's having a challenge now from Randy. Randy's taking it to him. It's the first time Ridgeway's really had a challenge. Ridgeway, or Lapidus, is going to stay on that bottom. Not get to that quarter panel that he needs to. Might want to just fall in line. I think he realizes that he's not close enough just yet to be able to make too big of a difference. So he just tucks right back in. He's got the 93 of Dave Stinson. The 37 of Barney Sigmund's following him. And then Matthew, who is still 2 laps down. Why is he 2 laps down still? Should be 1, but I guess he might have pitted with them. Realized that, man, I don't have a chance in this race at all. But Ridgeway is not running away like he did, so I think drivers have realized, you know, I've caught on to what you're doing, man. It ain't going to work like it was before as a 10. I think he's getting in there a little bit deeper than the 3, because the 3, you see him kind of go down towards the bottom a little bit sooner. 10's not getting the rotation as fast as everybody else. I think you might want to wait just a little bit. And then all they're just drivers. See drivers really trying to really trying to wrap the bottom here, but they got to be careful not to burn up their tires, knowing that they have to push and catch the 3 of Ridgeway. I need to look at some stats here. That's not how you spell iRacing. You know, Edward, if you are here, you know, this is an odd question. How old are you? I never even asked you that. I seriously haven't. I spelled that wrong. No, I did not. I don't know how I did not spell that wrong. That's crazy. Wow. But at 10, I think he's realized what the 3 was doing, and he's changed how he's driving now. He definitely is. He's changed what he's been doing so far. But Dave is kind of watching the 10, also watching the 10 and the 3. If these guys get side by side, that's going to stall him out and start to bring him right back to him, and I don't blame him because it's just a super hard thing to do. for those guys. It's just very, very, very difficult. To look at some of these parts here. Oh, you're 57. I didn't know. I thought you were younger than that. I really thought you were younger, if I'm being honest with you, man. I thought you were like some 12-year-old. We got somebody who's crashed on track. That was Terry. I saw smoke, and I just knew something had. Oh, yeah, he just gets tight off the corner, tries to save it, trying to drive it, just can't get it. Smacks the wall. That kills his side. Looks like he might be able to make it back to the pits. I think he does. So real quick, we'll just fast forward it. Yeah, he limps it to the pits, but that's just hard contact for him. Just pancake the side of the wall. I mean, he really, really drilled it. Just trying to keep his foot, and it got just tight off the exit. And when you get tight off the exit, you're kind of in no man's land at that point. It's very difficult to do. Just a hard thing that happened to him, but probably used his fast repair. I don't think he's used it yet, so he's probably taking it, been like, man, I'm gonna use my fast repair right now. Might as well do it. Drivers, the 10's starting to slowly fall back from the 3, so I think the 3, he's let the 10 kind of burn up his tires now, and he's starting to gain ever so slightly on him. So you can see it's not, well, it's starting to get bigger gains, because I think the 10's starting to push a little bit more than what he needs to. I think he's just, maybe he's been like, man, I've just burned off my tires. And no, that's kind of honestly a very hopeless feeling when you burned off your tires, and at that point there's truly nothing that can be done at all. You're just like, man, what am I supposed to do? I mean, because there is nothing you can do, really. You're really just stuck. I mean, you truly are just stuck there. Watching me. There's a lot of cars in that one. Good lord, that'd be interesting to run in. Sadly, I can't drive those cars. Anyway, back to this race. 3 still. Still at 3. I think he's got pretty much this win secured. I don't think he's going to have to face really any true challenges. Look at Coffee's truck. I'll give him a little bit of a shout out. A little bit of a closer look from his view here. Bob, I think he realizes that his race is over, just decides to hop out. He's like, man, I don't want to be here anymore. Don't blame him. I think the 3's pretty much got this sealed away at this point. I don't think he'll be truly facing any challenges. I think he's let the tires come to him, really letting it sit the corner. We'll actually go on board with the 3 for a lap around Charlotte. See, he's really holding a pure and steady line on that bottom. Just trying to get it on the paint. That paint has a little bit more grip, but you got to be, surgeon precision when you go down there and run it, because if you run it wrong and you clip that apron, just the change and the banking of it will really get you super, super loose, and it'll kick your car out, and then you're trying to drive, basically on 2 wheels at that point, and it's just difficult to do that. Sometimes it's difficult for people to do it with 4 on the track, even though some of them seem to do it better with 2 somehow. I'm somebody who, I'll do a little bit of dirt tracking, even though I don't run any dirt tracks in iRacing, and I probably need to do that. I like to have the back end of it kicked out, sliding around, but it also heats up your tires, and it'll burn through them very, very quick. What is going on here? Yep, 27, he came down pit road, so gonna let him go right on by, not try to fight him at all. There's truly, there's no point in fighting him if he were to. That kind of be a bad decision from Thomas Ridgway. He's pretty much got it locked up at this point, almost a 3-second lead over Randy. Davis catching Randy maybe a little bit here. I'll see just real quick. No, not really. Trying to look for some updated stuff. No, that's not what I want to do. That's not updated. That's old. Man, come on. So, man, technology does not want to work with people sometimes. I swear it's annoying sometimes. Ridgeway is 7 to go. When he gets back to the line, it'll be 6, and then this race will be over. He's had it on the lockdown the whole entire time. So Brewster's came off track. What is happening to Brewster here? Brewster looks like he hits the wall and gets loose. Trying to drive it. He decides to do the road course part of the track. Might as well doing some dirt rally. Just goes through it. He's had a rough night also here in the eNascar Camper World Truck Series. Ridgway, he's pretty much... No, unless Ridgway manages to spin off one of the corners, I don't think there's a chance that he's going to be caught here at all. He's just got so big of a lead over everybody else. It's just too much for them to catch up, I think. Look at some of the stuff here. Watching somebody else's stream real quick, just to see what it's like. But Brewster is going to come 4 to go to the line, so we won't have to deal with anything from that at all. We'll see. He's last. I'll go on board for the last let's do the last 3 laps, and I'll let you all turn it up here. I think Ridgway's just deciding to run it very smooth. He doesn't have to push at all. He can just really coast. He's going to come off 3 and 4. He's going to get the white flag at Charlotte. He's dominated all day. He just has to go one more lap around, and he will have the race won. His car copies came back into the pits. He probably realizes, yeah, this race can go in the trash for me. He doesn't want it. White flags in the air. Ridgeway has a 5-second lead over Sigmund. So he has just dominated this whole entire race. Really just dominated. He has just made this his stomping ground so far. Really, nobody's been able to mount anything to him. But off of 3 and 4, Thomas Ridgeway, he's dominated the whole entire night here at Charlotte, and he is going to take home the checkered flag tonight in North Carolina, followed by Randy Lapidus, Barney Sigmund, Dave Stinson following close behind him. Paul Vitale, the 69 of Todd Danbury, has a war machine right now. The 22 of Mark Brewster and the 27 of Terry Mullen. He's the last truck on the track. The 3, he was just dominating the whole race. Didn't have to deal with anything at all. So we've got some drive. Ooh, what's the 22 doing? So he might not be happy with the 69. Something may have gone on between these drivers. Maybe he just I'm not sure what's going on right now. There may be. Oh, there might be some. Well, let's see what is going on here between these two drivers. Don't know if they had an incident on track and just didn't see anything. That's kind of a. I'm confused what's happening there. But Mark Brewster, he just dominated. I mean, he truly just dominated. What is going on? We got somebody. Oh, what is going on over here? So evidently these two are not happy with each other. Oh yeah, the 22 is not happy with the 69 at all. I'm not sure if I missed an incident between these two. I didn't see anything pop up. But evidently something had to have happened because he just turned to him after the race. And I'm kind of confused on what has happened there. I don't know what went between those two drivers. That's kind of an odd. I'm not completely sure what has. I'm as lost as you are. I mean, I seriously am. I don't know what's going on. I'll wait for these drivers to get in the waiting booth here. Nope, I need to go into the general chat. That's not general. He's gonna burn it down now. I'll remove this so you can see his burnout if he decides to do more while I'm waiting for everybody to get in here. Barney. No, he's been in there. I'm able to drag people this time. Wasn't able to drag people before, so I was trying to make sure that they were in there, but I will bring in Barney Sigmund here. Hey Barney, this is Bryson Booth. You got a copy, man?
Yes.
Man, so you come home third, but how was the race for you the whole entire night? It seems like you were able to keep your nose pretty clean.
Yeah, it was just getting through a few of the lap cars that kind of wanted to run their line, and fortunately it'd be your line. But yeah, I managed to save tires, and car was good from start.
Yeah, man, Charlotte's pretty easy track to run for most people. It seems like that was tonight. Besides the misshift from Matthew at the start, that kind of stacked everybody up. But no, not bad. Not bad overall. Pretty calm and collected race.
Yeah, if you'll remember, I'd done the same thing last week.
I have to.
Yeah, I was running fourth and missed a shift and went straight to the back because you commented. You said he had to have missed a shift.
Oh yeah, and I do so many races, I honestly forget what happens half the time.
No, I know that. But real good race. I learned some stuff, practiced a little bit and learned some stuff, and I learned where the important spots is to get you a good launch off. And that's where I would, that's where I could catch everybody that I run down.
Yeah, man, it's just kind of it's a pretty good track to run. But before I let you go, is there anybody that you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out that may be watching the stream here tonight?
Yes, I'd like to give a shout out to my old Navy SEAL team, and also I do have some sponsorship coming up. A sponsorship deal. What we're waiting on right now is an internet service that'll carry it. They are working on that. So once they get that up, I've got a couple of special cars that are strictly, one is going to be for fallen soldiers, specifically some of the group that I was in. This is something that the parents wants to do, so they want their names and a picture of their sons on the side of one, and then the other one is going to be a strictly just a disabled veterans sponsored car.
Man, well, that's good to be picking up for sponsors. But man, good run tonight. Coming home third. How do you feel about your chances about the race next week?
Well, I've concentrated so much on this week, I don't even know where we're going next week. Auto Club, maybe?
I'm not fully sure. I'll have to look and
Yeah,
believe
I'm
that.
not sure, but I never even paid any attention. I just wanted to take some of my weak spots and see if I couldn't improve for this race here, and it worked out for me.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but that was a good finish tonight, though.
I appreciate it and appreciate your broadcast.
All right. That was Barney Sigmund comes home third, bringing Randy. Hey, Randy, this is Bryson's booth. You got a copy, man?
Hey, yeah, Bryce, I'm here. What's up, brother?
Man, so you come home second tonight. How did the race go for you the whole night, though?
Overall, it was a fun race. I wish I wouldn't. I don't know what happened there at the start of that second session because the truck just took off by itself. I don't know if that was net code or what went on there. But I think I would have had more of an opportunity to get up ahead of Thomas had I not gone ahead and done that. But I had a lot of fun. It was fun racing Thomas there at the end. I just wish I had more for him.
Yeah, I mean, I was wondering what happened. It was the 4 was running super low on the track, on those pace laps. I was like, what is he doing? And no, it really wasn't you, but it was netcode, and the netcode kind of dragged you into him. So I was kind of like, yeah, that's not really your fault, but it didn't seem to affect you too much, even though it probably could. It probably affected you more than we both think, knowing how these trucks run. But before I let you go, is there any sponsors, anybody that you want to shout out that may be watching the stream here tonight?
Well, I know my son was watching, so Neil, thank you. Not really any sponsors. We just closed our restaurant here last week, so I'm just kind of at a loss right now and just trying to regain and refocus and see which direction I'm going in.
Yeah, man. Well, hope that goes good for you. You had a good finish tonight. How do you feel about the race next week, wherever that may be?
You know what? I feel pretty confident. I've been racing pretty good. Last week, I just ran out of gas, or I would have had a top 5 finish there too. And I feel pretty good about it. Get a little bit of practice in between now and then, and I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, man. Well, good second place finish tonight. I will let you go here, but good job tonight, though, man.
Thank you, Bryce. We'll see you next week.
Then I'll bring in the race winner, Thomas Ridgway. Hey, Thomas, this is Bryson Booth. You got a copy, man?
I do. Hey, Bryson.
Man, so you kind of dominated that whole race. How did it go for you from the drop of the green flag to the checkered flag?
Well, when we got ready to start the race, you seen that Matthew got sideways, and I had to use my quick repair. So I was hoping I didn't have to need that anymore. But it went good. I like Charlotte. Charlotte's a good track. I like it.
Yeah, man, I believe Matthew, he actually, he texted me after this. He said that couldn't get into second gear, and I was wondering why he was in a gear so high, and I kind of knew that's probably, what had happened. I didn't really, luckily that didn't damage too many drivers. Y'all had a fast repair, but I do have one main question. Do you know what happened between the 69 and the 22 after the race?
No, I do not. I wasn't on Discord, so I didn't hear anything.
I mean, those two were going at it after that. They kind of wrecked each other in pit lane, so something must have happened between those two drivers. I'm just confused about that, But how do you feel about your chances about next week?
Where we go next week, I don't even know. I'm in 3 or 4 leagues, and it's kind of hard to keep up.
Man, I'm not fully sure. I guess we'll have to see when that's put up here. I'm not sure at all. But Before I let you go, is there anybody you think, any sponsors you want to shout out that may be watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, give a shout out to Dave Stinson for putting this league on. He tries hard. I know it's a lot. I've run a league before, and I know. And thank you, Bryce, for broadcasting. You do a very good job. I've watched them. I like to watch them afterwards, and you do a good job, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've had to deal with a little bit of a sore throat and a bad nose, so they've not been up to par. But I'm trying to make them work here. But you know, it's one man crew. Try to do all I can here at Ghost Racing Network. But no, good to finish tonight, man. Really dominated the whole field. You kind of dominated last week too. Just didn't work out for you in the end. But I'll let you go here. But good win tonight at Charlotte.
Thanks, Bryce. Have a good one.
You too. That was Thomas Ridgway. He was the race winner. I will go through the finishing order here. Thomas Ridgway comes in first. Randy Lapidus second. Barney Sigmund third. Dave Stinson fourth. Paul Vitale fifth. Todd Danbury sixth. Mark Brewster seventh. Eighth. Terry Mellum ninth. Matthew Carcoffey 10th. Bob Williams. Matthew texted me. He said, yeah, I missed my shift from first to second. I kind of knew that is what had happened to him because you truly don't come, to a complete stop on that. But I'm kind of curious to see what happened between the 69 and the 22. I did not know what was. Those drivers kind of took each other out. Or really the 69, or not 69. 22 took out the 69, so something maybe bad beat between these two. But I thought it's coming out again. I will roll these ads, and I will let you all get out of here.